Governor Quinn's leadership, the Clean Water Initiative is really providing the tools for communities to address the issues of water quality, whether it's coming from stormwater runoff, which is impacting our property, or is it coming from point sources from our wastewater sewer treatment facilities. And so really, Governor Quinn's Clean Water Initiative is making significant improvements in our water. When we have flooded basements, we're not only impacting our property values, but there really is an issue with regard to the quality of our water and the contaminants that are taking and running with the stormwater as it comes over our streets and takes just our normal everyday sort of lives and takes those pollutants to the stormwater. So Governor Quinn is really providing a valuable tool. He is providing financing for municipalities for these projects, but he's also providing jobs. These projects at $134 million will provide well-paying jobs for Illinois and for our local communities. So he's investing in our future. He's ensuring that our water infrastructure protects the water that we drink and that it is available for economic development as important to our communities. So we are a proud partner. I want to thank the local officials and MWRD, President Meany and their board, and David St. Pierre for being such a partner with us and in protecting our environment. And my team stands ready to work with them to move this project as quickly as we can and to move expeditiously to protect your property and to protect the water quality for all of us. So thank you, Governor Quinn, for your leadership. I am proud to work with you and to be a partner in this initiative.
All right, well done. Thank you, Lisa. I think the key words we heard just now are expeditiously. I know firsthand, just watching on TV and reading the news stories, and folks here are really, really frustrated. We've got to deal with this reservoir. We've got to deal with it promptly, and that's the mission that's been assigned to our Environmental Protection Agency. I do want to say about the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, we have worked with the district on a variety of different issues regarding flooding and clean water, and it's important that we have that partnership. I want to acknowledge the presence today of Barbara McGowan, who's here, a district commissioner, as well as Patrick Daly Thompson, who's here as well. I want to thank both of those commissioners for being here, and I also want to thank the president of the Water Reclamation District. I've known her a very long time, and she understands how important this mission is, that we work together. We have the financial resources that we can work with the district on big projects and specific ones like this one, so we can get the job done for homeowners and business owners all across this metropolitan area of Chicago. But without further ado, the president of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, Kathy Meany. Why don't you take it from there, Kathy?
Thank you. Thank you, Governor, for inviting us here today. I'm Kathleen Meany, and I would like to acknowledge my colleagues Barbara McGowan and Patrick Thompson, along with our Executive Director, David St. Pierre, who will have a few things to say in a moment. But speaking on behalf of our board, we are very excited to share in Governor Quinn's announcement of the Clean Water Initiative funding for the district. These funds will enable the MWRD to move forward on phosphorus recovery and infrastructure upgrades that will provide more efficient operations and energy conservation as well. In addition, and particularly important to this community of Burbank and to the surrounding communities, the governor is committed financially to support a project right here at Melvina Ditch, which will help reduce the flooding during these historical rain events that are occurring more frequently than ever. We understand the frustration of the neighbors in the community, and we really hope to be able to move forward on this quickly to alleviate the suffering. The governor's Clean Water Initiative has passed the triple crown of infrastructure investment. It creates jobs and invests in infrastructures so that they last for generations, and it allows us to address the stormwater issues, which are the #1 concern in our communities with our changing weather patterns. So once again, I also would like to thank the governor for his leadership and for his support. Thank you so much, Governor Quinn.
Well done. Thank you, Kathy. You're the best, Kathy. Okay, I want to reiterate that we are going to make investments to deal with this specific concrete issue that folks are dealing with. And I want to also thank Dan Foy, who's an alderman here in the City of Burbank, and Mitch Pisnarski. Thank you for being here as well. And then this work is going to be done by those who have skills. They're well educated, they're well skilled, they know the trades. we've got to use our well-skilled workforce to carry out this mission. So I do want to mention some of the unions that will be involved in the investments that we're making, really tens of millions of dollars in order to get better water and clean water and deal with stormwater. Pipe Fitters Local 597, thank you for being here. Plumbers Local 130, thank you for coming. Our Carpenters Local 1539, thank you for being here. Iron Workers Local 1 and Local 9, thank you. IBEW Local 134, thanks for coming. Machinists Local 126, thank you for being here as well. And I also want to acknowledge Operating Engineers Local 399 and Local 150 of the Operating Engineers, as well as Teamsters Local 700. The point of the matter is we're investing money with the Water Reclamation District. We're dealing with this Melvina Ditch Reservoir as well. We're going to use skilled workers who can get the job done on time, on budget, with excellent results. We want to make sure that we work together in a partnership to do something important that will make a difference today and tomorrow. I know people are sick and tired of flooding basements. I know firsthand what you're talking about, and it's important that we work together to make sure we take on this challenge and make sure we put the people first. And somebody who understands that, I've worked with him ever since he came on board at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, and we've done a number of projects already, and we have a lot more to do. But I want David St. Pierre to come forward and talk a little bit about it. All right, David, where are you?
I arrived in Chicago area in 2011, and what I found was that we have a lot of needs in terms of water and dealing with water issues, dealing with flooding, dealing with clean water issues. There are three significant issues that have happened since I've been here that allows us to be here today. The first issue is in 2012, the governor asked the state to look at how to expand low-interest financing to water agencies to address these issues in a rapid fashion, understanding that these are issues that we need to address with a sense of urgency. He accomplished that, and he tripled the amount of low-interest capital available to accomplish projects like we're talking about today. Two bills that he signed this year that are extremely significant. One of those bills opened up that capital to strictly invest in flooding issues, recognizing the need in Cook County and across the state of Illinois to urgently address these issues. Our commissioners, after listening to two federal disasters that we've experienced in these last 5 years, in 2011 and again in 2013 last year, brought a bill forward asking the ability for the district to help local flooding issues. He signed that bill in June. The availability of the capital has allowed us to move rapidly, and we have 30 projects, over 30 projects in motion since June, one of these being this project right here. The day after this event happened, I received a call from the state. The governor said, what can we do to help? How can we get this moving forward? And has put forward $10 million to help us get this reservoir expanded to address this issue and protect this community. The need is great, and on behalf of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District and on the behalf of the residents of Cook County, I just want to thank you for supporting water and making this possible to address these flooding issues, protect our constituents, and move the state forward. Thank you, Governor.
All right, well said there, David. Thank you, David. His name is David, and David means beloved of God. Okay, so we're counting on David St. Pierre to be beloved around here. Okay, and we got a lot of working people that know how to get that job done. And if anybody has any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Steve Metch with the Southtown. What is $10 million going to do here, Governor? What are you going to do for that $10 million?
Well, we work with the folks who are the experts here who work on water every single day. My job is to get them the resources to do that job, and so I think we can't be planning, we got to be acting. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what everyone wants to hear, that we got to just roll up our sleeves. And you just heard from David St. Pierre that this is an urgent matter that affects everyday people who are the heart and soul of our state, and getting the money to make the investment in this project to make the reservoir obviously bigger, and to deal with the environmental issues that come with this reservoir as well as other ones across Cook County, across the whole area of our state. That's something we've got to work on. It does create jobs to make investments in water that help us now and in the future. And I really see water investment as something imperative in Illinois, especially dealing with stormwater and flood water management. We just got to understand that prevention and stopping bad things from happening is fundamental.
Are you going to go deeper? Are you going to come out here? Are you going to buy some houses? You guys know yet, or are you still working on that?
Okay, I think, I don't want to presume to know the exact plan, but there is going to be action, not just plan, okay? So I think it's important to let the experts who know how to deal with these specific issues. Up to now, maybe there was not enough money involved, not enough money invested. We had to pass a law this year in Illinois that I signed very quickly that said that we can use our Clean Water Initiative to invest in flood water prevention, stormwater management, and this is really, I think, a very important project here, but also elsewhere. I've been in Quad Cities yesterday. I was in Peoria yesterday. I was recently in LaSalle County. All of those places also suffered grievously from flooding. So we all know in Illinois, this is something that we're going to have rain, and the climate seems to be changing, and we got to deal with this. We cannot stand back.
It almost seems like no matter what we do, we get these 50-year rains every couple months.
I met a farmer not too long ago. He said he's 1,000 years old. He's gone through 2 500-year floods in the last few years. So, obviously there's something going on.
Yeah.
And climate challenges, that's an alarm bell to us. I was on a task force that the President of the United States put me on, national task force, dealing with the whole issue of climate and dealing with resiliency. How do you fight back against these natural disasters? We've had flooding in Illinois. We've got to deal with it. We've had tornadoes. We've got to be aware of how to warn people ahead of time. We had to do that last November. And, these are matters of high import for property and for lives. And so it's real important that we make investments that save lives and protect people from property damage.
Speaking of disasters, is this area or areas surrounding